but as you had that moment, that 27 days, right, that you just mentioned, and then you went back to it. Was there, like, did you have a more of a conflict of like, oh, I've made it 27 days, or was it just you weren't ready to quit? So it wasn't like you weren't even really thinking about it in that aspect. You were just like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I can have another drink now.
That's what it was.
Mhm.
That's the 27 days. I was like, okay, I'm just like any other person. I'm going to slowly just introduce it again, slowly. But you pick up right where you left off. And I never understood that because I tried to get sober 3 or 4 different times. I was like, okay, I go this long. I'll only get drunk off like a few shots. No, no, no. You go right back to the bottle, to 2 bottles a day, to a handle. I went right back every time. And yeah, and I didn't want to quit. Like I said, like, how am I going to have fun? What am I going to do? Like, how am I going to have relationships? How am I going to like go anywhere? How am I going to sleep? How am I going to have fun at a concert or a barbecue when everyone's drinking? I'm just going to stand there. Like, I was so selfish, I was like, me. How am I going to do all this? When it should have been like, how am I going to fix myself? But that was way beyond. I literally used to say, like, I'm not going to stop drinking until alcohol kills me. Or like, I get a big sign that I got pancreatitis. They're like, if you drink again, you could possibly die. I was like, this is my sign. I'll stop. But
Doesn't always do
no,
it.
I did it again. And then I was like, you're fine, Kristin. Let's just go.
Well, and
Let's do it.
I think that other mindset you just mentioned, right? Because I remember thinking that too, like, I can't stop because then I won't be able to enjoy life. I won't be able to talk to people. I won't be able to interact with people. I won't be able to go out. I'll be that person just kind of sitting there like straight. I love the face you made, by the way, when you were explaining that. Just yeah, just like that's what I think I'll look like in any type of setting. Or I won't be able to go to a concert. I won't be able to go to a movie because I'm not messed up, and so it won't be fun. It won't be enjoyable. And I think that is
See,
such
isn't that
a
sad?
real 100%.
A
It is such a
movie.
real concept. Basic things, like anything basic, food, like that. I won't be able to eat because food won't taste so good. You know, I
Yeah,
won't
I
like
get
this. You do it with every little thing in your life and convince yourself that, like, you know, alcohol or these drugs make everything better. So why would I ever stop? And so, I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many different nuances to addiction and what we're dealing with that we just convince our mind of all these little things. So even if we start thinking like, oh, okay, maybe I can quit to better myself, they're still like, well, but no, but then life won't be as fun. So I'm not going to do that. And there's just
Yeah.
all those little different things that we convince ourselves of that really is just, it's fantasy. It's not our, it's not a true reality to what we're doing.
No, it's not.
So as you went back into it and you felt yourself getting bad again, how did that affect the rest of your life? What did your life look like at that time? Maybe job wise, relationship wise, like as it got worse again, you know, what did that outside world look like for you?
And I'm gonna be super basic. My life was in shambles. I ruined about every relationship I could have with my family. My mom was always rooting for me because, being a woman in recovery, she's always gonna want to see her kids do well, especially now that she's doing so well. So I always had a really good relationship with her. She always is the one that I was like always in my mind, then was like, yeah, yeah, stop drinking, stop drinking. I'm like, yeah, 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 I'll get to it. But if it wasn't for her always nagging me and being on the back of my mind, I wouldn't have stopped. I was getting to the point where I was starting to have seizures.